Coach Mike McDaniel, he's the nerdy-looking guy that coaches the Dolphins. So Mike McDaniel expressed positivity, the fact that Tua Tagovailoa was back in the building at the Dolphin facility. However, when he was asked specifically about the timeline, whether or not the quarterback will end up on injured reserve, Dolphins injured reserve, which means he'll be out an extended period of time, that was when Mike McDaniel decided to play dodgeball at that particular point. He said, quote, "Not enough information quite yet," he replied when the topic was broached. That's going to be driven by medical experts, close quote. All right, so let us discuss the question: why is Mike McDaniel unsure if Tua Tagovailoa will go on injured reserve? Isn't this obvious? Isn't this obvious that he's going to go on injured reserve? All right, so I've got the totem pole, applesauce, and gymnastics. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to walk the red carpet is what we're going to do. We're going to walk the red carpet, and I'll do a pirouette on the red carpet. So first of all, Mike McDaniel is not going to be the one that has a voice in this decision. Can we all agree on that? That hypothesis that Mike McDaniel will not be a voice in this decision. I think we're all nodding our head. Yes, he is, like you and I, a spectator. He's a spectator. The reason he is a spectator, there is over $100 million sitting on the table in guaranteed money. So when you look at the power structure of a decision like this, a high-stakes decision like this for the Miami football team, and you look at this objectively, in this particular scene of the Shakespearean drama, you've got McDaniel, and there's a totem pole, and he's where the dogs urinate on the totem pole, if you know what I'm saying, right? He's at the very bottom in this part of the book. And can the Dolphins find a medical professional that is going to green light the quarterback? Well, I say, of course, if you pay someone enough, they'll green light the player. And then on the other side, will the quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, be able to find an independent doctor that he trusts that will not clear him, or if his agenda is to play, and it sounds from what we're hearing he would like to play, that will give him the green light to play, right? It's all about that. It's doctor shopping at this particular point. What is the Dolphins' agenda? Is the Dolphins' agenda to get the player back in the field at some point, or is the Dolphins' agenda to cut their losses and just end it right now? And it's not going to work out, even if he comes back. It's a mess of a situation, and that's the quagmire for the Dolphins, is that even if Tua does come back and plays again and plays at a high level, more so than every other quarterback in the NFL at this particular point on the concussion spectrum, Tua is sooner or later, it's a tinderbox. It's a matter of not if, it's a matter of, of when it happens, right? So you've got an army of lawyers vetting over the language in the contract and looking over all of that, and it will ultimately be decided whether it happens now or later by some litigation. Right? If Tua finds a doctor that says he can't play, and it's an independent doctor, and he retires, the Dolphins will find somebody that says he can play, and then it's up to the court case to decide how much they pay. Do the Dolphins want the bad publicity? Do they want the bots to attack them on social media, or do they not care? It's all of that. Now, secondly, Coach Mike McDaniel was also commenting on a roster move, the Miami Dolphins picking up a quarterback off the practice squad, Tyler Huntley. Remember him? He's been around the block a couple of times with the Ravens. Tyler Huntley, and according to Mike McDaniel, the addition of Tyler Huntley is about depth. He said it had nothing to do with backup quarterback Skylar Thompson, who is now QB1. Is that how you see it? Is that how you see it? Now on this one, I'm shaking my head no. Shaking my head no. That is what's known as flim-flam. I've got the word flim-flam on this one. It's new age coach speak. Mike McDaniel, what he is serving for everyone, every man, woman, and child, applesauce. Right? Are we supposed to believe that Miami acquired Tyler Huntley because what? They thought he would look good holding a clipboard and pacing, and he could chew gum and at the same time as he held the clipboard? Is that why they picked him up? Please, come on. Huntley is a backup who has filled in for a former MVP in the past. He's had opportunities as a backup quarterback in the NFL and done okay. Not great, he's done okay, right? The Dolphins, they think that they are sitting still on an oil reserve, that this is a bonanza, that they will be able to have success, that Tua, while he did a nice job, that it is really the village that makes this work. It's not that Tua was an elite quarterback. You look around, you've got Tyreek Hill on one side, Jalen Waddle on the other. You've got a stable of running backs, and all they need is a functional conductor for this orchestra, a game manager who will just stay out of the way, not turn the ball over, stay out of the way, facilitate the offense, matriculate the ball down the field, and it should be jackpot city. That's the argument for the Dolphins. And it's not a crazy argument because the Dolphins, it's not like Tua did anything amazing, right? He had amazing players. Now, we'll find out whether that hypothesis is true or not based on how this goes in the next couple of weeks. All right, final thought. We quickly go to the Bayou, and that is where the Saints curb-stomped the Dallas football team in Week 2. Following that game, back-to-back blowout wins for the New Orleans football team, Coach Dennis Allen praising his quarterback, Derek Carr. Did you hear what he said? Now, I saw this, and my eyes lit up. I said, oh, that's it. That's the quote. That's the quote. I am going to have a field day with that, and here we are. So Dennis Allen, while attempting to celebrate the performance of Derek Carr and his play, along with the offensive line, that he said the following. Dennis Allen, former Oakland Raiders coach, Dennis Allen said, now coaching in New Orleans, of Derek Carr, he's in a great spot. Allen said, I think, quote continues, I think you see when he's protected and he's got a clean pocket to throw from, he's pretty effing good. Close quote. Ding, 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 ding. That's the money quote, kids. That's the money quote. Oh, man. Whee! All right, so let us discuss this part of the story. Again, for those of you a little slow in the back of the room, Saints coach Dennis Allen says Derek Carr is pretty effing good with a clean pocket. Is this a compliment or is this a backhanded jab at Derek Carr? And the answer, it depends on what side of the room you're in, right? You say, well, it is both, right? It's both, but it's certainly more of a shot at Derek Carr. And the great thing is that Dennis Allen is so obtuse that he doesn't even realize he's taking a pot shot as quarterback. Now, I was trying to explain this earlier when I came in to the studios here. Brianna was in here earlier. She's the only person I know that claims to be a Saints fan. And she was like talking trash. And I said, oh, you ripped Derek Carr. I saw in Benny versus the Penny. You were ripping him, you know. And I said, you just wait. I said, you just wait, right? Because I know the real Derek Carr. I've got a full body of work. But this quote is perfect because it sums it up in a nutshell. While Dennis Allen is praising the big uglies, right? He's praising the fat guys up front, the fatties on the offensive line. He's also shoveling dirt on his quarterback, right? He's, for better or worse, confirming. Is this not confirmation that the scouting report that we've all said over the years about Derek Carr is actually correct? That this does not change anything? That in reality, the hypothesis was accurate? It has confirmed it, right? And you know, think of it like gymnastics. When everything's going great, everything's wonderful, you're making all your moves and all that. Derek Carr, though, randomly, much like your favorite gymnast, gets the twisties. He gets the twisties. Normally, when it's under immense pressure, he gets the twisties. And key moments, close game, close and late, twisties. He suddenly loses his ability to perform at a high level. That's Derek Carr in a nutshell. And it's going to be a final destination at Heartbreak Hotel for the New Orleans Saints. 2 weeks of greatness, and congratulations on that. It is not sustainable. It is not going to continue. The mental block will pop up at some point. It always does. There'll be this disconnect between the brain and the body, and that's when the real Derek Carr will show up. But so far, so good. But you just wait. You just wait.